Very shocking. Nobody know the painful secret of BTS Suga. The heartbreaking truth behind his smile. In the cold grey streets of Daegu, long before the world knew the name Suga, a young boy named Min Yoongi walked with a hunger that was not just for food, but for a reason to exist. This is the story of a man who fought a war against the world and himself, and somehow emerged with a heart of gold. The beginning was not a dream. It was a desperate struggle for survival. Min Yoongi grew up in a household where financial stability was a distant hope. According to various media sources, Min Yoongi often had to choose between a $2 meal and the bus fare to get home. He chose the meal and walked for hours, carrying his heavy equipment and his heavier thoughts. His parents, out of a fear born from their own hardships, did not initially support his musical path. This created the first deep scar, the feeling of being a disappointment to the people he loved, a boy pursuing a fanciful dream while the reality of poverty stared him in the face. When Min Yoongi arrived in Seoul to join Big Hit Entertainment, the struggle only changed its shape. To support himself while training, Min Yoongi worked as a delivery driver. According to verified interviews, during one of those shifts, Min Yoongi was involved in a severe accident that shattered his shoulder. Fearing he would be kicked out of the agency if they found out he was injured, Min Yoongi kept the agonizing pain a secret for years. He practiced dancing with a shoulder that would frequently dislocate, hiding his winces behind a fierce stage persona. This was the silent torture of his youth, the constant fear that his physical body would fail before his spirit could succeed. According to fan archives and documentary footage, Min Yoongi lived in a constant state of uncertainty, wondering if the next day would be the one where his world finally collapsed. The debut of BTS brought fame, but it did not bring peace. For Suga, success was a double-edged sword. In his solo work under the name August D, specifically in the track, The Last, Suga laid bare a reality that few idols dare to speak of. He revealed his battles with depression, social anxiety, and the pressure of the spotlight. According to verified lyrical translations and media reports, there was a moment in his early career where Suga hid in a bathroom during a performance because the social anxiety became too overwhelming to face. He felt like an imposter, a person who was being praised by millions while feeling completely empty inside. This was his breaking point, the realization that even reaching the top of the mountain didn't stop the storm inside his head. Various media sources suggest that during these years, Suga felt a profound sense of loneliness, questioning if he was worthy of the love he received. The struggle was not just mental, but moral. Suga often felt the weight of being a voice for a generation. He felt the pain of his fans as if it were his own. According to verified media reports, after the Seoul ferry tragedy, Suga and his members quietly donated large sums to help the families, a gesture that came from a place of genuine empathy rather than a need for publicity. People love Suga not because he is a distant idol, but because he is a survivor who stayed human. He is the person who will speak the uncomfortable truth about mental health, even if it risks his image. He is respected because he doesn't pretend that life is easy. His honesty is a shield for those who are still fighting their own battles. The professional achievements of Suga are monumental, yet he carries them with a quiet humility. According to verified industry records, Suga is a prolific producer who has collaborated with global legends, and his solo tour as August D became one of the highest-grossing tours for a Korean soloist. According to various media reports, he has contributed to over 100 songs, each one a piece of his soul offered to the world. Yet, after his long-delayed shoulder surgery in 2020, Suga showed the world a different kind of strength. He didn't rush back for the fame. He took the time to heal, teaching his fans that self-care is the ultimate form of discipline. His return to the stage was not a dramatic explosion, but a calm, powerful statement of resilience. As Suga looks toward the future, his goals have shifted from the pursuit of records to the pursuit of meaning. He has expressed a desire to continue making music that gives people hope and the strength to go on. He wants to be a mentor, a producer, and a person who leaves the world a little better than he found it. According to various media sources, Suga's dream is to see his members and his fans happy, finding peace in the simple things he once couldn't afford. He is a man who has finally made peace with Min Yoongi, the boy from Daegu, and Suga, the global star. The journey of Suga is a masterclass in endurance. It is the story of a man who was told no by his circumstances, no by his body, and no by his own mind, and yet, he answered with a resounding yes. To look at Suga today is to see a survivor who has turned his scars into stars. There is a deep, heavy respect that settles in the heart when we consider the sheer force of will it took for him to stay. He did not just survive the poverty, the accident, and the depression. He used them as fuel to create a sanctuary for others. As the music fades, we are left with the image of a man sitting quietly at his piano. He is no longer running. He is no longer fighting for a bus fare. He is simply breathing, his presence a silent promise that the night will eventually give way to the morning. We owe a debt of gratitude to Suga, not just for the music, but for the courage to stay alive and tell his story. His life is a reminder that even the most broken strings can still play the most beautiful symphony. In the silence of our admiration, we realize that the strongest person is not the one who never falls, but the one who, despite the pain, finds the strength to stand up, walk to the piano, and play one more song for the world.